Where are you now? Stay where you are. I'll be right there. And don't hang up. I'm at the park. Technically speaking, it wasn't yesterday. I still need to double check. Let's talk about it when I see you. Quickly, please. I'm in a hurry. Are you still there? Okay. Do you remember what just happened? I wish you could forget about these things. It'll be okay. I'll remember it with you this time. You won't be left to deal with it alone. Are you okay? Before we figure out what's going on, let's go home. You did. We did escape from that time loop. but time is still dislocated. After I answered your call, I realized that the time was different from what I remembered. For me, we went to the park not yesterday, but just hours ago. You got shot so suddenly that I didn't have time to prepare or do anything. Then, I felt a distorted sense of time and space. If I had to describe it, it felt as if the world had turned upside down in a matter of seconds. That's a good analogy. So was this how you felt in each time loop? Anyway, after the dizziness wore off, you had disappeared. Vanished out of thin air. Immediately after that, I received your phone call. Yes, and that was when I noticed the date was wrong. Although the time is now a day later, this all happened in seconds. And the nearby passers-by didn't seem to notice anything. It was as if everything went on as normal, but time had disappeared. I'm sorry. There are too many possibilities. I can't give you a definite answer at this time. If I had known this would happen, I would have confirmed it sooner. From the looks of it, I suspect this has something to do with a research project codenamed New Weapon. The New Weapon Plan research covers a wide range of subjects, but its main focus is evil. Among its many research projects, there is an experiment called the Young Star Project. They search the world for teenagers with powerful evil, do research on them, and put them to use. They once had a research subject who could trap people in time loops. That's just speculation. But judging from what happened, it's very likely they're involved. Sorry. This time I may not be able to give you a definite answer right away. But the good thing is, we're going through this together. You don't have to deal with it alone. No matter what happens, I will be by your side and face it with you. Then I'll have to work hard and not let you down. No, not yet. Can you not sleep? Frankly, I can't give you a definite answer right now. But there's one thing I am sure of. You're safe here. What's wrong? I thought you'd want to chat with me for a little longer. Oh well, that's a shame. Are you in the research center now? Yes, the date hasn't changed, and it's still the afternoon. Was it painful? Just because you feel fine now doesn't mean it didn't hurt, or that you will forget the pain. You don't have to act tough when you're with me. Nothing will happen to you. I'm here. I'll solve any problem we face. Give me a minute. I'll be there soon. You are mistaken. It's not too late to stop your pointless experiments. Attempt destructive experiments with no regard to the test subject. This is what you call professionalism? Bioscience Research Center. We have a full range of medical equipment and research facilities. It'll be easier to deal with any emergencies there. Sorry. I wasn't able to save you this time either. How come you're the one comforting me instead of the other way around? I won't keep you waiting for long. There are a lot of medical research projects here. That's why we have operating rooms like this. For research or medical aid. We're in no hurry. We'll start when you're ready. I originally thought we were still in some kind of time loop again, but that doesn't seem to be the case. You were first shot 2 days ago at 14:03. Then our time skipped to 14:03 yesterday, which was 24 hours apart. And 12 hours later, which was 2:03 a.m. this morning, you were shot the second time. Then, our time went directly to 14:03 on the same day. The time interval was shortened to 12 hours this time. When we line up the times in order, we will find that the intervals are more significant than the times. That's right. Your survival time is exactly 12 hours this time, which is exactly half the length of the time we skipped. And this time, we skipped exactly 12 hours. To put it simply, each of your survival times will be half the time of your previous survival time. And after each death, time will skip forward by the same interval. If this theory holds true, then this time, very likely. But I will do everything I can to avoid that possibility. Are you scared? if I can't stop it this time. You've always been great at cheering me on. Are you awake? Technically speaking, it's still noon. This is the 7th time. Does it still hurt? Do you think you can fool me? How could I leave you alone? Just a little longer. silly girl. I'm doing some calculations. If it works, then it should all be resolved. The time loop we were in and your repeated deaths are caused by the same evil. The ability of this evil is to distort. It's so powerful that not only can it distort ordinary objects, but it can even distort space. This includes the four-dimensional kind formed by both time and space. If this paper is the time that keeps moving forward in the space we're in, or more graphically, this is the timeline and we are the ants crawling forward on top. This is the track we crawl on. When time flows normally, the ants crawl forward. See, if I distort the paper, then this ant will find that. Indeed. This is the first time loop. As for the second, if it's shaped like this, the little ant will find that it has a new path to travel. Did you notice? The ant thinks it's moving forward, but from our point of view, the ant is only going round and never leaves the paper. Correct. The ants cannot perceive that they're going in circles because their trajectory is two-dimensional. Just like 2D animation, no matter how 3D it looks, it's still just an interpretation in a two-dimensional world. And from this three-dimensional world, we're able to observe the two-dimensional plane, so we can tell that it's not actually moving forward. These observations can only be perceived from the higher dimensions. That's right. Time is still moving forward, but our experience is still repeating itself. Sure. Then don't be late. The 8th time. The 11th time. It's me. I'm here. You woke up slightly sooner than anticipated. It's the gravity evil. That's right. Without it, I wouldn't have been able to get us out. Now that I think about it, it's thanks to you that I have this power. All of this is like the lucky charm you gave me. It helped me and allowed me to save you. It's fine. I'm not too tired. All right, I'll admit I'm a little tired. Don't you want to know about the calculations and the final solution? Talking to you is already a break in itself. As I said before, we were like ants crawling on a Mobius strip, and we weren't aware that we were in a loop. That's because even the most powerful evolver can't fight against the laws of nature. So it would have been increasingly difficult for this evolver to maintain this distortion, and the influence on the space would diminish. In other words, the distortion power was also diminishing. That's right. But I don't know what would have happened to you if I'd done nothing. Besides, I couldn't watch you die before my eyes over and over again. Based on this conclusion, so as to not go against the laws of nature, this evolver constantly reduced their power in order for it to function properly. So what happens if I exert a power that can stop his power from operating correctly? A power that is stronger than theirs and beyond what this Mobius loop can handle. It was like we were ants on the paper. Then I built a rock. When the paper couldn't bear our weight, it snapped. That's right, and the space collapsed. This is how I was able to end this time loop early. And my calculations were to find the maximum weight this Mobius loop could hold. It was complicated, but it worked out in the end. Let's go home. It's very promising indeed. I do want to be involved now. But since we hold different research principles, I need to be fully in charge of the whole experiment. And as for you, Are you there? It's okay. I'm not afraid. You're the first ghost to be afraid of men in this game of hide and seek. I just want you to relax a bit. I'm still standing here, right? Which means this distance is safe. So do you want to come a little closer? Don't worry. I'm safe as long as there's no direct contact. I never imagined Miss Knox from Black Swan could be this timid. How do you propose we do that? I thought you would try things like tugging my coat. Now that you've concluded your test, why don't we sit down and discuss what to do next? After all, based on the rules of this game, every second counts. This mist must have arrived last night. The visibility was fine at first, but it suddenly became thicker in the early hours of the morning. Apart from the poisonous aspect mentioned in the rules, the mist also seems to have an effect on the biomagnetic field. To put it simply, we'll get lost if we only rely on our sight and senses while navigating the streets. So it wasn't until the map appeared on my phone after the game had started that I could move about. The map only shows the area around us, but it follows us as we move. It'd be more appropriate to describe it as a nightlight than a map. Our coordinates are the lamps that illuminate the circle around us. The mastermind of the game probably wants to keep players under control with this arrangement. After all, this map seems to be the only reference for anyone to move about. It can easily compel or prevent us from getting to a certain location, such as this place. Based on my observations, the map shows the 6 closest supply stations nearby. If I move far enough, the supply stations will refresh as well. Yes, but not completely. While I was observing, some red dots disappeared even though I didn't move. I went to the place based on my memory and found an empty supply box. In this case, the number of red dots won't return to 6 even if I move. So this map is also invariably putting pressure on players with man cards. If you don't obtain supplies before they run out, you'll have to wait for the next round when the supply stations are refreshed. Two hours. I remember the map of Loveland City. So I just had to identify my location and then use the map on my phone to work out the way. Indeed. I tried. If you head toward the city border, you will eventually hit a transparent wall that stops you from going further. Quite the opposite. It seems to me that we have what we need to deal with the situation. This is the so-called supply, an inhaler. As long as we can analyze the contents of this bottle, we may be able to produce it ourselves. If we can solve the root problem that threatens lives, then this game won't be able to continue. Let's go. Come with me to the Bioscience Research Center. It's my honor to see you all here of your own initiative. Thank you. Is the mist being analyzed too? Okay, let's prioritize analyzing the inhalers. Send me the analysis on the mist. I'll take care of it. The closest supply station is in the lobby here. I think so too. Most researchers here have man cards, so it's not in our best interest to have the research center's coordinates on the map for too long. But it's too dangerous to do anything impulsive in this situation. We can't predict what kind of people will come to the supply station. So you stay here, and I'll deal with the supply station. I insist you stay here. What about you? It's dangerous out there. Much more dangerous than you think. I can't have you risk it. Yes, I know. You're very brave and strong. You're right. Our priority now is to make sure we obtain the inhalers. I know how important this research is. But to me, you are equally important. So let's go together and come back together safely. This way, we'll be able to see any movement around us. You have to be careful. You were very quick. Looks like I have to be more careful when dealing with Miss Knox in the future. The adventure is over. Let's get back. I think your effort was what mattered rather than Lady Luck. Looks like we only get points but not extra time if a man attacks another man or a ghost attacks another ghost. But men attacking ghosts will grant double points. Perhaps he wants ghosts to catch men. It seems that the mastermind wants players to be active in the game and fight other players. And he wants the two groups to oppose each other. He wants more conflicts between men and ghosts rather than chaotic fights. In previous games, killing players earned the most points. In this game, that rule isn't as important. After all, ghosts can gain both points and time if they encounter men. For men, killing ghosts is certainly a good choice, but it's much easier to find supply stations than to risk killing ghosts. And players touched by ghosts don't die on the spot. They only disappear. According to your description, this is probably courtesy of that teenager with the teleportation evolve. To some extent, it almost seems like the mastermind wants players to survive as long as possible. As expected. It'd be nice if we could stop the game this way, but they wouldn't have let us achieve our goal so easily. Keep up the research. Any information at this stage could be a breakthrough. I marked out a few controlled experiments that seem promising. Try to focus on those. This is a brief analysis of the mist composition data. I planned to analyze the composition of the mist to try to disperse it. We haven't figured out the specific composition yet, but we managed to find very useful information by comparing the ratio of each component in the mist vertically. The substance that makes up the highest percentage of the mist acts to hide the signals around us. Then the poisonous substance comes second. But what's interesting is that there is a third substance in the mist. We don't know what the exact substance and functions are yet, but at this stage, it seems like it affects the effectiveness of the other two substances. For example, if salt or sugar is added to water, the freezing point of the water will drop to below zero. Usually that would be the case. But given that the percentage of this substance is quite high, I'm more inclined to believe that it was included deliberately. This may indicate that there's another purpose for him to release the mist and hold the game of hunters. It seems we'll need to devote some of our energy to properly studying this mysterious substance. Once the serum to extend survival time can be mass-produced, we will naturally learn more about the mist. Then, we can end this game. Not only that, but we'll also discover the other party's hidden agenda.
Forget about them. They can't do much.
You're a fine one to talk. Have you no shame? Can you even use all those inhalers you stole from other people? How dare you cheat right under my nose? Don't be so selfish, or you'll get struck by lightning. What are you dawdling for? Get lost. Take 1. You're a ghost? Give me your phone. Good. There's still plenty of time. Why are you here? Half of the antique store was burned down the day I got back from the game of Hunters. Hey, you got so many questions. Which one do you want me to answer? Be careful not to break anything. You're helping me by taking care of yourself. This has nothing to do with you. I'll handle it on my own. Found it. It's a good thing this didn't get burned. The supply stations in the game. They don't seem to be connected. I'm just trying to analyze it to see if we can find out where the next supply station will be. To blow them up? With the map in play, wouldn't it be easier for people to team up and work with each other? There is a possibility. The person who restored the map could be someone looking to sabotage the game. Anyway, it works in our favor since we'll need the map later. Do you just believe anything I say? Do you remember our speculations about the connection between the game of hunters and the lighthouses? This game will be the best chance to confirm it. I'm not planning on searching for the slab in this mist. I'm going to get to the next supply station early and distribute the inhalers. No. Hold your horses. I'm not done yet. The reason this game is generating evil energy fluctuations is because people need to steal inhalers to survive. So what if someone distributes the inhalers instead? Not bad. You caught up pretty quickly this time. I take back the compliment. Do you think the mastermind will just sit and do nothing if there's no evil energy fluctuation? That's right. But it also depends on whether he dares to come. As for the connection between the game and the lighthouses, I can just ask him directly. What's that face for? Oh, yeah? Don't forget that I'm quite the handful myself. Interesting. It turns out to be a sequence of numbers. There's a pattern to where the supply stations are regularly refreshed. The coordinates of each supply station form a sequence of numbers. It doesn't take a genius. When I went to the supply stations just now, I felt that something wasn't quite right. So I wanted to see if there was any pattern between the supply stations. Since they don't form any shapes, I thought I'd try the coordinates. Maybe. We're not the only ones who want to sabotage the game. Evening, kids. Friendly NPCs, here to bring you supplies. Hold on. You need to complete a quest now that you've claimed the benefits from the NPCs. Go find more people to come and get their inhalers. The more people, the better. Finally. Where's your buddy? I don't care who he is. I want to know where he is. Then you better tell him to show his face, or you might regret it. I'm fine. Stand back. So it's easy to wipe the floor with them then? Who told you I only know how to fight with evil? Don't worry, it's just a bone fracture. Just take a few months off. Don't you have any other tricks? Contact Joker and tell him to show up. Since he's not coming, then you'll have to answer my questions. When does the game of hunters end? What exactly is the purpose of this game? Look how scared you are. There's no difference between 1 second and 5 minutes. I'm fine. Looks like it. It seems he's not just targeting us. A major power outage at this point will only make the situation worse. Take this. I don't want to have to search around for you in the dark. You talk too much. I won't lose you as long as you don't let go. Let's check it out. Are you sure the other rescue stations are okay? You said all the rescue stations had automatic doors, so other stations will probably be in the same situation. Will the rescue stations be able to run again if the power's back on? I'm going to the power station. They're probably creating more chaos with the blackout to obtain more Evol energy. And I won't let them get their way. They just blocked the power supply with this filthy mess. That's not a big problem. Stand clear and wait. I'm going to break it up. They're very thorough. The electricity can't travel down the wires to the city. They've probably blocked the wires as well. Too many, and we don't know the exact locations. What's worse is that there are at least 4 or 5 power stations in Loveland City, and they didn't leave any of them. Stop looking so miserable. I didn't say there was no way to fix it. You'll see. Look. Like I said, easy peasy. Hey, come here. Come on. How come you're still so sappy at your age? You don't think I'm letting you catch me for your sake, do you? Don't be so selfish. I'm just bored here. Want to see where people get sent. And cause some trouble while I'm there. I promise I'll be fine. I'm Shaw, remember? Don't move. Let me rest here for a bit. Like I said, you just take care of yourself. Don't waste the time I lent you. When I come back, I'm gonna get it all back from you.
Are you looking for me?